If you're into stories about self-discovery and navigating those little moments in life when you feel a little out of place and finding your own path in unexpected ways, you're in the right place. I am so excited to share this video with you. It's been a bit of a journey to get here, and I don't mean just making this video itself, but the whole experience I'm about to dive into. It's something we all grapple with in our own way. Finding where we truly belong in this crazy, beautiful, sometimes confusing world. For me, this sense of, let's call it, otherness, started in a place you might not expect. A family holiday. I was in my teens in Magaluf, Spain. This was my first time outside of the UK. There was a lot of newness for me. A new language, new people, new culture. Basically, it was like a whole new world. And there was this one moment that has stuck in my head ever since then, and what I'm about to share with you now. This was the first feeling of this otherness. I remember going back to the hotel with my parents to get changed because we were going out for this fancy meal. And as we approached the lift, there was a couple inside, and the couple asked what floor we were on. I said the number. I can't remember the number now, but I assume it had the number 5 or 9 in it. They didn't understand me. I said it again. Nothing. My parents had to reiterate what I said for them to understand me. We later found out they were British themselves. They couldn't understand me. This was the first time I realized that I couldn't communicate with the people around me. But at this point, I didn't know why. It was a really unsettling feeling. We take for granted that when we speak, people understand us. It's such a fundamental part of connecting. Suddenly, that connection was disrupted. I wasn't being quiet. I wasn't mumbling. I was just talking normally. Yeah, it wasn't working. I remember feeling a mix of confusion and frustration and this dawning sense that somehow I was a little different. We all know what it's like being a teenager, fighting on the battlefield of navigating your identity and trying to fit in. This was a subtle thing, but those early experiences, they stick with you. They plant a seed. For me, this seed was this question. Why don't I sound like everybody else? A big part of my teenage life, I played video games. I spent hours upon hours escaping into the virtual world of Call of Duty. It was a huge part of my social life, my way of connecting. But back then, online gaming, especially in a COD lobby, was probably one of the most toxic environments I could have put myself in. These lobbies were sort of these unfiltered spaces for people to express themselves freely. No matter how controversial, no matter how derogatory, no matter how negative, they could say whatever they wanted. Imagine trying to connect with people, and when you speak, it just makes things worse. It forced me to become hyper aware of my own voice. It was a crash course in code switching and trying to figure out how to communicate in a way that would be understood and accepted. This might seem like a little bit of a left turn, however, it is crucial to the story. When I was choosing options in secondary school, I chose to dive into drama, theatre, that kind of world. And it was a decision that, in hindsight, was incredibly significant. Performing at its core is about communication. It's about conveying ideas, stories, and emotions through your face, through your body, and through your voice. Suddenly, that challenge that I'd experienced with my accent now became an opportunity. If I wanted to be good at this, if I wanted to connect with an audience, I had to be understood. It was like a training ground for my voice. I started working on diction, on exploring different vocal ranges, on different inflections. I became a student of language in a way that I never had done before. I was actively shaping my voice, not to erase where I came from, but to make it a tool for connection. This journey of finding my own voice was also intertwined with questioning the world around me. As I navigated my teens and my early 20s, I started observing the lives of the people around me and seeing the paths that they were on, usually people older than me. And I couldn't quite reconcile it with my own inner compass. I saw this pattern of people working in jobs that didn't ignite any passion, coming home to predictable routines and living for the weekend. I couldn't shake this feeling that there had to be more, that life wasn't just about waiting for Friday. That's not to judge anyone's choices. Everyone has their own circumstances, their own reasons. But for me, it sparked a desire to create a different path, to seek out work that felt meaningful, that I could be proud of, even if it meant stepping outside of what was considered normal. Not long ago, I came across a concept that really resonated with me and helped me create this video. It was from a podcast with Derek Sivers. In this podcast, he talks about the nature of truth, how some things are just undeniably true. Like, for example, a square having four sides. It's not an opinion, it just is. And I realized that for me, that feeling of not quite belonging, that feeling of searching for a place where I felt seen and truly understood, that became my undeniable truth. It wasn't a negative thing. It was a fundamental part of my experience, and it became a powerful motivator. It also helped me redefine the word home. It's not a city, it's not a place, it's not a building, it's the people, it's the connections, it's the sense of belonging I carry within me. And that realization shaped so much of what I did next. It was the driving force behind my decision to leave my hometown, to step outside of what was familiar and comfortable, to actively seek those connections and those experiences that align with that inner truth. The place where I first encountered that feeling of being different, well, I'm in Madrid. It's kind of surreal, honestly. After intense focus, saving a lot of money, and navigating the never-ending, frustrating world of visas and paperwork, I'm actually here teaching English. I just want to give my friend a quick shout out and just say thank you for giving me this mic. It's allowed me to come out here in this beautiful place and speak to you guys. You will definitely see more videos outside now that I have a mic. This journey has taught me so much about myself. It's taught me about the connection to self. It's taught me that home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. And it's about finding those people and those experiences that resonate with my soul, wherever I may be. I am incredibly grateful for everybody who supported this slightly crazy dream. My friends, my family, everybody else, you know who you are. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And just like my friend keeps reminding me, this is just the start.